Yomina. Today is one of the first days I felt good in a very long time. um, I woke up happy, and I'm the Depo-Provera is finally exiting my system, and the testosterone's taking over, and my suicidal mood swings have stopped, and I'm just I'm getting better, really a lot faster. And I got my job back at a temp job that I had for a year. Last year, I had a temp job from November 2018 to November 2019, or September 2018 to November 2019, and I just got it back because they got a contract. I quality check the safety clips for the fuse to hand grenades for the army, and I also sometimes check pulp the pull pins to hand grenades as well. Um, Check the sizing and stuff like that on those and make sure that the quality is good, and then uh, just little stuff helping with the shipping department and stuff like that. But yeah, and so back at that job. That's Monday through Friday, so it's a really good schedule, 7 to 3, and $10 an hour, and so I'll be able to help with bills. So I'm really excited. I think it's only gonna be for like a couple of weeks though, so I'm still looking for another job right now. And I'm just I'm feeling a lot better. Um, Having a routine schedule, getting up every day and going somewhere, getting out of the house is helping me feel a lot better. Um, I'm also starting to accept things that I haven't accepted in a very long time and let things go. I realized recently that after I uploaded my first video this year, that my dissociative state lifted significantly, and I could start seeing things again. Um, my vision got brighter, and I can actually process what I'm seeing sometimes, and it's just it's so much better visually. I'm still having trouble hearing things. It still feels like muffled, or like I can't pay attention properly. I dissociate a lot. By dissociate, I mean I'll think about something negative that maybe I'm worried about in the future, or I'm worried about currently, or a hypochondriac tendency or something, and then I'll fixate on a thought for you know however, sometimes a half hour straight, and I'll be watching a YouTube video, but my vision will be blurry, and I'm not hearing it at all, and I'm just thinking about this thought, and I'm not thinking about anything else. And it I don't really know how to pull myself out of that yet. It's very difficult because it feels like you get swallowed by your own brain or something. Um, but yeah, it's really hard to explain what I experience every day. But it interrupts my speech and my thought patterns, and it makes me afraid all the time. I'm constantly in fear. I'm constantly afraid that someone's gonna attack me or something, or something's gonna happen, or um, I think about death constantly. When I get in the car and I drive somewhere, I imagine like constant scenarios of people running into me in different ways and stuff like that. I'm paranoid now, and I don't like it, and I want to get back to being normal and being okay. I mean, I was paranoid before I started like dissociating all the time in 2016, but um, I just want to. I wasn't paranoid all the time like this. It wasn't this bad, you know. I don't want it to be like I can't leave my house, you know, or like I'm afraid that someone's gonna stab me in public constantly. Um, I did try going to the um, the sponge docks in Tarpon Springs with my husband because we never really. I was feeling really agoraphobic and I wanted to get out of the house and do something that I don't normally do to, help keep myself present and engaged. And because when I do stuff that I normally do repetitiously, some I dissociate more because I'm not actively engaged in what I'm doing and stuff like that. So I'll get into the negative thought pattern again and just um, dissociate more. So um, we went to the sponge docks, but while we were walking together, there were quite a few people that just stopped what they were doing and looked at us and while we were walking by, like, and it's kind of unnerving because I never had that happen before. When I looked like a woman, I didn't. No one ever stopped what they were doing and like stopped talking to each other. Like whole groups of families, like of five, would just stop talking and like watch us walk by. And like this happened like maybe with four different like crowds of people and stuff, So it was like I'm just not used to. I also experienced this when I first started transitioning at Walmart. Like I would go to Walmart and because that's the only place I could go, like out of my house, like the only place I really had emotional strength to go. But I would go to Walmart and people would like look at me just, and I would get really startled because they would just look at me like really confused and sometimes angry looking, uh, like a like a I don't know how to explain it. Like a uh, uh it's like a really shocked kind of like what are you kind of look, and like sometimes when they look angry it looks like they're not happy with what they see, and sometimes you can tell, so it's like I feel like those people are just gonna. I'm afraid that they're just gonna pop out at me and like, attack me or something. Now, I'm. It's scary. I'm not used to that as a trans person. So um, I kind of don't like leaving my house right now. uh, Even more. um, but I don't want that to be. I don't want that to stop me because I'm sure other gay couples get the same treatment, so, I guess I just have to get used to being stared at. Like a bit of a freak, I guess. I don't know. I don't know what they're thinking. It'd be interesting to know, Um, everybody at my work, like, I started at my work, like, I wasn't really presenting as male yet, and I didn't um, I didn't feel comfortable saying that I was a guy yet to people. So when I started the job at that factory, that I introduced myself as a female. So now I'm misgendered by everybody who works there, including the new people. So when they introduced me, they're like, "This is Koei, she, does this, and like they would look really confused, and they're like, like, you can tell, the confusion, and like, I, I, I get uncomfortable when I get misgendered as she now because I have like a beard and a mustache. I'm just really grateful that I feel so great today, and um, I'm grateful that I feel good enough to make a video, and I feel like because my dissociative state started lifting after I made my first video, like I'm on the right track. I'm doing something right. And I think that's why I keep telling myself at the end of almost every video I've made so far, is that I want to do videos, and because like it's helping me feel better, and it's helping me realize what I'm saying and how I'm getting negative in certain parts of my conversation, and I'm able to actually step back and say, like, during this video I've already stopped a couple times. I've stopped myself a couple times saying, oh no, I need to step back, I'm going to edit that part out, I'm not happy with that part, it was too negative, I want to be more positive, I want to be, it's not constructive, it's not helpful, and it's not who I want to be, and I want to be happy. I want to be happy. That's my main goal in life, has always been to find true happiness. I want to find enlightenment, and I have always thought, ever since I was a young kid, I don't know why, but I prized wisdom over knowledge. I felt like you could learn like you could be the smartest person in the world, but you could be the most unhappy because you're not happy with yourself, or you're not happy with your behavior, or you're not happy with other people around you, or and I just I want to be I want to have that knowledge and that wisdom that I need in order to let things go, so that I can be happy every day and not let anger consume my life, and sadness. And I know that I'll get there. I know that it's achievable to find true peace every day. And when you're upset, to be able to let things go in a matter of moments, in a matter of seconds, instead of, hours and hours, or days and months. I've fixated on one thought for like 6 months for every day. And eventually I had to tell myself, I need to stop. I'm going to go insane if I don't confront this and figure out what to do in order to stop thinking about it and being so upset about it, because it's driving me insane and it's occupying half of my time. I never want to have to fixate on something again. And I think I might be able to do that someday. I know that if I improve myself, and if I improve my actions to the point where I make other people around me happy, and I make them feel good, Um, you know, I want, I feel like, you know, if people talk about you behind your back, I feel like maybe there's a reason why people are saying something. There might be an underlying reason. And it might not be because you're a bad person, but it might have been an interaction that you had with them that they didn't like. And I just want those people to feel like they can come to me and tell me that they weren't okay with something that I said. Or I'd want to avoid that situation at all in the first place. I know it's not probable to think that it's not good to think that I'll never make a mistake and I'll never offend anyone, because you know it's not. I'm inevitably going to offend or hurt someone, you know, and I just I just want them to know. I just want everybody to know that I don't want you to hurt. I don't want you to suffer. I don't want you to feel hurt by me. I don't want you to feel sad by something that I said. Um, and I just want to be good. I just want to be good. And I don't feel like a good person, you know. I just think about all my negative interactions constantly. So it's just constantly reinforced in my head that I'm bad and that I don't do anything kind. But um, I know that that's not true, you know, and that um, I want to continue to be better. I just want everybody around me to be happy. Well, I think I said most of what I wanted to tell myself and keep documented. I wanted to make sure that I get it documented that my dissociation did start lifting from my, you know, making my first video and setting myself on my goal, you know, doing something towards something that I love, I think, and or that I have goals toward and that I aspire to do really helped lift myself out of my state, and partially at least. And so it's still going to be a battle, but I'm really happy with how it's going, and I feel great after I make every video, and I want to keep that going. But I still have this constant, like, I have this fear I need to get over about making videos. Fear that I'll say something bad. Fear that I'll just complain too much, and it's like no one wants to hear it. But I'm not making it for anyone but myself. I need to remember that. Alright, guys. I'm going to call it a night. I did what I wanted to do. Mustered up the courage to make a video. Proud of myself. And I hope to see you guys soon. And I love you. And I hope you're doing well. And I'll see you later. Bye.